Welcome to Creel in Chihuahua. Creel is actually a mountain village 2,300 meters above sea level, and it's a station of the El Chepe train. It's around, I would say, more or less the middle of the whole trek from Los Mochis to Chihuahua town. And it's also the center of the tourism of the Barrancas del Cobre canyon, where you can go hiking, horse riding, trekking, climbing. There are so many activities you can do. And we are going to stay here in this beautiful countryside for 3 days now and show you all the beauty of it. It's a very cold climate during the night. So this morning we had -2 degrees in Mexico. That reminds us a little bit of home. And during the day it's around 16 to 20 degrees, more mild climate. So let's discover Creel and the surrounding canyons and nature. So meanwhile it's the next day already, beautiful weather again, sun is shining, and we rented 2 mountain bikes here at the Tres Amigos, which are around 400 pesos, which is $20 a day. And we are going to do an excursion today to the valley and have a look at the beauty of the nature. Let's go! We have arrived to the first stop and I'm a little bit out of breath because it went 100 meters up the hill, and there's a toll station where you have to pay the entrance to the park, or for the local community it's 40 pesos per person, which is $2 or around €2. Matt is dying. So let's go to the next step. There's a local community of the Tarahumara, and actually they have a church here, on this side, which they're using, of course, for missionary purposes. And then behind me there's a school where the children are going to school, and the parents are just picking up the children. And funny enough, most of them do it with a pickup. It's a little bit like in Western societies where the parents are driving the big SUV to school or kindergarten and pick up the children.
First stop on our way is the Valley of the Frogs, because the rocks look like frogs.
Now we are in the Valley de las Chichis, and behind us you can see 2
Chichis.
And I leave it to your
Imagination
what this could be. Around 2,300 meters above sea level in the nature. The people are throwing the trash next to the trash bin instead of in the trash bin. And we have seen actually already a lot of plastic, and the Tarahumara people, Tarahumara, excuse me for the wrong pronunciation, when we see them downtown they drink a lot of Coca-Cola, and they always eat chips. And everything we see here is Coca-Cola PET bottles in the nature and chips back. That's a little bit sad. Hopefully in the school they get a better education for the next generation.
We have reached the Valle de los Monjes, which is the Monks Valley. You can see why it has the name like that. But in the local indigenous Tarahumara language, it's called Bisabirachi Valley. And Bisabirachi means the erected penis. So this is the valley of the erected penis.
If you believe it or not, there are some super stupid, sorry I have to say so, but they're driving with the quads through the perfect nature and through this wonder of nature. Actually, I have to say, it's really sad. Instead of parking the quads down here on the official parking ground, makes me a little bit upset. So there's another spectacular view from this point here, and look at that rock formation over there. What do you see? More in the middle one. The Chinese winking cat. We are actually, I'm totally out of breath. We're actually searching for the Mirador. There's supposed to be a viewpoint from up here, but there are white arrows, but they have been almost washed away and you hardly can see them, but I think we are now in a good way. We have reached the Mirador and I think it was worth the adventure. Just look at this valley, it's amazing. Once in the other direction, beautiful. So on the way back from the Mirador now, we got lost. There are no signs. What happened? No signs, no arrows, no marks, nothing. But luckily I marked the position where we parked the bikes in Google Maps, so this is kind of like an orientation point for us. So if you do a hike, maybe that's an idea. I'm not a professional hiker, but that could be a solution. So we found it. We are coming from the different side, because normally we should have come from up there, coming from that direction, but at least we found it again. Otherwise, the last vlog would have been the last one from us.
We now arrived to the lake Arareco, and Arareco in the Tarahumara language means horseshoe because of the shape of the lake. And this used to be a swamp, and they dammed this and made a reservoir for Creel, which they never used because it's not big enough. And now there's fish in there, and you can rent rowing boats on the opposite side, and you can go fishing, and you can even go swimming. I don't know how clean it is, but that's what they say.
And it's always the same when we are arriving somewhere. There's always a dog coming.
to us.
Look how cute he is. Oh,
Look in camera.
what's your name?
Look in camera. Look in camera. Sit. Yo.
Now we're heading back to Creel city. Let's go. So here we are, back in Creel. Marty's ahead of me. I think he wants to win this race. Can you sit on that saddle?
I need a lady saddle.
How does your best part feel?
It'll be fine. That was 25 kilometers with the bike and 10 kilometers hiking. We are now sitting on the train again, and this train will take us to Chihuahua, the city, which is the northernmost point that we will do this time in Mexico. And from there on, we will travel further south and go to the beach. And the biking was good because it makes our bodies beach safe. Thank you for watching. See you in the next episode in a new destination in Mexico. Safe travels always. Bye.